Hello, mortals. How are you doing today? So today, I am finally recording again because, oh goodness, the last couple of weeks I just was mentally not in the mood for that. Cause life, I guess. So the week before, I just did not. I was just so creatively drained that I didn't want to do anything. I basically slept all that week. And then last week, I ended up working 40 hours, which I'm glad I got paid that. But I also, once again, my working 40 hours just drains me entirely and makes me not want to do anything. And honestly, I was going to do stuff, or was going to record on Tuesday or Wednesday, but that just ended up not panning out because I just wasn't emotionally or mentally in the mood. And basically, only reason I'm recording right now is because I saw a TikTok actually about how just because your mental illness, or not mental illness, but your neurodivergentness, specifically ADHD in this case, turned you into a pessimist to protect you, you should not let that control your life, which, yeah, I'm an extreme pessimist, so I don't see this actually going anywhere. I want it to go anywhere, that's why I'm doing it, but I don't know if it'll actually end up going anywhere, but I can't let my pessimism rule my life forever. I'm eventually going to have to confront it and believe that things are going to work out. Which is why I'm recording today, even though it's not normally a day I record. Yeah, this is on a Friday. But yeah, that's why I haven't really done anything of late. I've just kind of been existing for the most part. And honestly, this is so spontaneous that I just it's spontaneous in that I'm not fully like ready to like actually record. I haven't really thought about it much. I'm just basically going to be talking about what I was going to talk about the last time I was hoping to record, which was the Nintendo Direct. Because after all, I like one of my main points of my personality is I'm a gamer, so might as well talk about, games and whatnot. For the most part, most of it was very meh, some were like interesting things, others were disappointments. There's this farming taming game thing that I was so down for, but the actual gameplay of it I do not like. If you know the game, the PS Vita game Army Corps of Hell, it's basically that type of gameplay, but simplified even more than that. Which is basically you have your character running around, but your character doesn't actually do anything. You use a directional like thing to choose which unit does, or which unit attacks, and each unit attacks in different ways is basically the gameplay, and it can be fun, but it wasn't what I was hoping for a monster taming game. I was so sad. I was so excited, and then it just all the way down to the ground. And then there were some Dragon Quest remakes, 2D remakes, remasters, whatever they were. Those looked neat. Or, sorry, I guess we only saw 3s, but they said they're going to do the whole trilogy of 1, 2, and 3. But we only have 3, which is weird that we're starting with 3 and not getting 1 and 2 first, but I don't know the Dragon Quest series, so maybe that's to be expected, I don't know. Maybe it's a reverse timeline, who knows. But that being said, we are finally, after so long, getting another Mario and Luigi game, which, funny enough, people who don't like turn-based games honestly should get the Mario and Luigi franchise a try. Then again, they should probably give Paper Mario a try too, because that's a similar kind of turn-based RPG stuff where it's very, very active in everything that you do. It's still turn-based, but it's extremely active, which I know is what makes a lot of people not like the whole turn-based franchise. They feel like they're just not doing as much. They feel like they're not engaged. Which, you know, fair enough. Honestly, moving around and actively doing things is a very reasonable take to have for video games, so I can understand why they wouldn't like it. Though, funny enough, I think it's because they're mixed in with other people as well, but those people tend not to complain about, like, strategy games all that much, honestly. Which is funny, because once again, I think it's just because it's mixed in with other generalized gamers not liking it, so I might not be able to see them specifically, but who knows. Yeah, Mario & Luigi is honestly a really, really great gaming franchise. Honestly, I need to try to play more of it, and I'm definitely going to hopefully try this one that's coming out, which is Broship, I think it was called, which, that's a terrible name. For specifically one reason, but that's a very big reason. Or it's like Brothership or something like that. Yeah, no, it looks really, really fun. It looks so good. The animation looks good. The art style looks very fun and enjoyable. The story seems interesting, to say the least, but Mario and Luigi games have always had very interesting stories. And then we have, by what I mean by I want to play more is, technically I've only ever played the first Mario and Luigi game, which is funny that I'm giving it so much, the franchise so much praise, when I've only played the first game. But that's just because I just never ended up picking up the other ones. Not because I didn't want to, I just never did. I was either I was looking to get something else at the time, or B, I wasn't able to get them for one reason or another. I don't even know if I can legally get them anymore. That's gonna be sad if I can. Oh, I know, the 3DS shop closed. Oh, God. We'll see what I can do with that. But, yeah, no, Mario and Luigi, I am very excited for that. But not as excited as I am for this next game, which, Echoes of Wisdom. We finally get our Zelda game that Zelda is the main character. Zelda's the playable character. Yes. I've wanted this for so long. And well, I am sad that we're not being, that we're not able to show off Zelda's ninja or mage skills. I'm happy we get to show off Zelda's creativity, because being the wielder of the Triforce of Wisdom, Zelda's super fucking smart. Even though she gets captured by Ganon all the time, but that's usually for plot reasons rather than Zelda's incompetence, honestly. And the way that they did it is really neat, where it's like, and also the memes with it. Oh, the memes of just Zelda running around with random things, and here comes Zelda with a steel chair. I love it. It's funny that everyone's like, she gets to copy furniture and whatnot, but no one's really, like, talked about the fact that you can copy enemies? That's really cool, and I can't wait to see how the actual gameplay works out, because that looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun to see everything you can do just as a whole, and it looks like the table is gonna be really strong overall, so we'll see what happens with that. With that being said, I think my main thing with it is I'm just so happy we're finally getting Zelda focused game. We needed this for so long. So long. Because, after all, this series is named after her. Why hasn't she had, like, a more prominent playable role yet? And I know most of that is because tradition, blah, 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 gamers are guys, blah, 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 go fuck yourself, blah, blah, blah. But also, they dropped the ball by not calling The Legend of Link. I mean, really, it's right there. The beam is right there. You know people wanted you to do it. Why didn't you do it? Why did you not do it? I guess because they just want to keep the game name the same, but still, should have changed it. And as much as excited as I am for it, I know when it first got revealed, there was a large group, or I'm not sure it was large, but there were a very loud group of people that can't comprehend shit properly, and they were upset that Zelda didn't have a sword. Why doesn't Zelda get a sword? Because Zelda's... Has she used swords? Yes. Is she known for using swords? No! Way to show that you don't know Zelda, you pathetic bitch. You just want to play Link, but with Zelda. That is boring. That is such a lame concept as a game for the Legend of Zelda series where Zelda's the main character. Why would you just want her to be Link? That is so dumb. Please, think outside the box. Stop being so damn boring. God, sorry. It's just such a lame thought process, dude. Ugh. And I know where they're coming from because when they think of badass, they think sword. Because they're boring. Honestly, if they really wanted Zelda to be a badass, they just have to walk around punching people. But you know, that's not Zelda. Same with the sword. And honestly... Those bitches can go shut the fuck up. Same with the people who are like, where's Zelda main character? Shut the fuck up. It makes so much sense. Honestly, this gives me hope for the future where we might have a Ganon game. Which, honestly, that one's very, very unlikely to actually happen, unlike the Zelda game. Which was inevitable. A Ganon focus game would just be really cool concept-wise. There's so many different ways you could do it that I'm not sure it would actually end up ever actually existing. But you couldn't tell me that wouldn't be fun. You couldn't tell me that wouldn't be fun. Also, I'm glad with the world/art style that they ended up going with for this one too, which is the Link Between Worlds / Link to the Past world gameplay style. I think it fits very well with what they decided to go with for Zelda's powers in this one. And those two types of games have always let you be really, really creative with how you decide to go at problems with. While they're not praised for being open world, they have the same like kind of general concept as the open world, especially Link Between Worlds. That one, oh man, the amount of creativity you could do in sequence break. Well, I say sequence breaking. There's not really a sequence. It's, as I said, kind of an open world for the most part. Like, yeah, there are blocked off areas, but if you're creative enough or you decide to do certain things early, you can get pretty far in a spot that you're not supposed to pretty early on, just due to wit. Which is why I think it fits the game that they're doing with Zelda so well, because as they said in the trailer itself, being creative can allow you to break the game pretty bad. So I know a lot of gamers are going to have fun with that. And I'm super, super excited to play it myself. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. And it's coming out this year, right? Hold on. I need to go look that up. Hold on. Is it coming out this year? Yeah, September. Yeah, boy. Oh, I'm gonna be so excited for that. Oh, wait, what's that Mario and Luigi game coming out? Yeah, it is called Brothership. Oh god, it's such a terrible name. Release date. November. Those are both coming out this year. It's gonna be great for Nintendo fans later in the year. It's gonna be great. And speaking of great for Nintendo fans, Metroid Prime 4 reveal. We haven't had anything for it for so long, and they finally showed us stuff. But not only did they show us stuff, not only did we finally get some actual tangible thing that it's existing, we also got the thing where I forgot his name. The cybernetic dude that everyone said was going to be the antagonist of Metroid Prime 4, which, with the Metroid franchise specifically, when fans try to, like, come up with predictions like that, Nintendo tends to just completely do a different thing for one reason or another. Not sure if they had a different idea to begin with, and the fans just go a different direction, or they decide to say, no, the fans want this, so we're going to do something else. Metroid Prime 4 has the antagonist we thought was going to be there. I mean, it made sense, but as I said, Nintendo has done different things before just due to one reason or another. So I'm surprised it actually was who we thought it was going to be, and I cannot remember his name at all, and I'm not going to look it up. I'm looking up the release date really quick. Metroid Prime 4 release date. Yeah, and it's coming out next year. It's so close. It's so close. I can't wait. Funny enough, the Metroid series kind of has the same thing with Mario and Luigi. Unlike Zelda, I've played a lot of Zelda games. Well over half of them. Not all of them, obviously. Some just didn't look interesting, or I just never got a chance to actually play them. But with the Metroid series as a whole, I've only played like 5 games, I think. And that's mainly just due to the fact that I don't know, it's not that I don't like the gameplay, it's more the fact that I feel like I'm on an adrenaline high every time I play it, and that's super uncomfortable for me. Like, it feels like I'm playing a competitive game without the actual competitive aspects. And I'm not sure why, because a lot of other games that are similar don't do that, but Metroid really does, and I don't know why. And the games that I've played, funny enough, the first one I played was Metroid Prime 3. Not as good as 1 and 2, but still very good. Metroid Prime, the second one I played was Other M. And I liked it because I didn't realize the timeline of Metroid at that point. And I also didn't have the full story of Metroid. So I thought that was Samus at the start of her adventure. And I was confused on why people didn't like that Samus had actual just overall character. I understand now, I do. For starters, it's like midway through Samus's adventures. Jesus Christ. And I know a lot of people didn't like the gameplay. I love the gameplay. I will still give that gameplay tons of praise because it was really, really fun. I can understand why people wouldn't like it, but I don't think it's actually a thing worth targeting unless you actually don't like that kind of gameplay, which at that point, why are you playing Metroid to begin with? And it is a bit different from any Metroid of the date, but, you know, And then, honestly, the third thing that people have complaints with it, how they butchered a lot of the recurring enemies. Well, I say butchered, it's just they're not as impactful. Like, for instance, Nightmare. I love it. I love the baby cries that they gave him. But, yeah, no. After I played Fusion, yeah. Nah, Nightmare... Other M's Nightmare is a pure downgrade. Not even close. Not even close. Nightmare is terrifying in Fusion. Yeah, I played Fusion. which definitely out of the games that I played, Fusion is easily the best. It is also the last one I actually played in the Metroid series. Oh man, there are certain points in a lot of Metroid games, especially the true Metroidvania ones, where you truly cannot figure out what the fuck you're supposed to do, and you either look it up online or you accidentally figure it out by just spamming rockets everywhere. I swear to God, I got stuck in Fusion so many times, be like, which room am I supposed to advance in? Where is it? Ah! Also, there's a fucking one where it's like, oh yeah, you need to charge from this top hallway, jump down, turn around, and then go through this door up into this corner of this room, and that's how you advance. And it's like, how the fuck did people figure this out before it was online? What the shit? Like, I don't know if my natural thought process would have thought of that ever, to be honest. And that happens so many times in Fusion, dear God. And then the third Metroid game that I played, which I like the least out of all of them, was the original Metroid. Did I understand it's a game of its time very much, but also, Jesus fucking Christ, talk about getting lost in navigation. That is getting lost in navigation. Holy God, I hated going anywhere in that. The gameplay was fun, especially for when the game came out, but good Lord, dude, navigating that game sucks ass. Absolute fucking ass. Everything looks the goddamn same. There's so many goddamn repeating rooms and hidden fucking walls that look the exact same as other hidden walls. Jesus Christ, that game was so fucking Jesus. And that's not even considering the part that actually made me, or actually rage quit the game, was after I beat Kraid, and I had to try to climb back up that breakable wall. I failed so many times. I just went, I'm done with this fucking game. And I never played it. I know I eventually beat it with cheats, but I don't remember. It's funny because I don't remember getting back up that stupid fucking drop. I don't. I know I beat the game eventually. I know I did, but I don't recall that, and I think it's because it's such a negative memory. My brain just blocked the fuck out. Oh, and while I haven't played it, I watched unlike a lot of other games, which is why I comment on them, I watch a lot of playthroughs of games. Because A, I just don't feel like playing the game at the time, or B, I want to see the specific creator play the game. And with that, I didn't watch a creator. I watched my friend, who was my roommate at the time, play Metroid Dread. Holy fuck, Dread is so cool. If I played Dread, that would beat Fusion for me, honestly. I know it doesn't beat Fusion for everyone, but for me, Dread was, Dread's peak Metroid for me. And I know the other top boxer for the franchise that a lot of people have is Super Metroid. Those are pretty much the three. It's Super Metroid, Metroid Dread, and Metroid Fusion. Which, honestly, all three of those are really good. I never watched a true playthrough of Super. But hearing out people talk about it, seeing speed runs of the game, and looking at it all, I'm like, oh, I see why this is such a good game. I really do. It looks like a good game. Also, the storytelling for a Metroid, that's where, like, you can see the true storytelling for Metroid got its grounds in. That's also another reason why I can see a lot of people not liking Other M. The storytelling is way different in that compared to most other Metroid games. And also, just the butchering of Samus's character as a whole. Like, once again, it would I would agree that it would be fine if that was at the start, like the actual start of Samus's adventure. But for where it is in the timeline, no, it doesn't make sense for Samus to be acting that way at all. It's kind of nice having, like, more interactions with... Because I think my favorite thing is seeing how Samus, like, interacts and, like, talks to people. Because Samus doesn't get a lot of time for that. She tends to be alone on all of her adventures, so we don't get a lot of interaction with Samus. To the point where a lot of people do the thing of trying to say that she's a mute character. She's not a mute character. She just doesn't get very many opportunities to talk. Never had Confusion. She basically just talked to a diary. And that was her interaction. Was a diary talk. Which I'm hoping with this new one we'll have Samus interacting with other people more. She doesn't need to like have full-blown conversations or talking to people. I just like seeing badass bounty hunter who's stoic as fuck just interacting with like normal or more loosey-goosey people. It's very fun dynamic for me. And I think that'll do it for my Metroid talk for the most part. And do I have any closing statements for this? I don't think so. Do I have any closing statements? Not really. Spirit City got some new content. There's a supporter pack that I have now, as you can see by my little ghost guy, if you're seeing that is. There's a supporter pack that gives you a special skin for all the spirits. It looks really cool. Obviously, I'm going to support them as much as I can, because I like using Spirit City. I literally have a Spirit City podcast. So yeah, I'm going to support them. They also just released some Pride clothes, which... Oh, hold on. You can't... I only have... Oh, I got a new spirit too. Hold on. Bed. Look, I got my bye socks. Yes. And let's see what this new spirit is. What is it? Oh, right, it's the ink spirit. Oh, it's so cute. That's adorable. Dismiss. And I level up. Very nice, very nice. And I think that'll do it for today. Because, once again, I did not plan on recording. I just willed myself to get out of my goddamn creative funk. Because, once again, as I always complain, you can't be a content creator if you don't make content. So, if you made it this far and you enjoyed yourself, please leave a like. And if you would like to see more content, please subscribe. I hope you have a very lovely day. Goodbye.